What's up, freaks and geeks? Welcome to Heathens Hangout with your host with the most, the horrible heathen, and that boogeyman ghost, Freaky Mike. What's happening, baby? So a longtime buddy of mine got at me on Facebook. Me and him started talking because he seen I started creating content, and he started talking to me about the Chad Dorman case. And for those of you who aren't familiar, haven't heard about this case, and that is the only time I'm going to say this piece of shit's name because he doesn't even deserve that respect out of me. He really doesn't deserve the respect of me making a video on him, but I'm going to do it anyhow just to show the viewers, my 2 subscribers at this point, where I really stand on situations such as this. But this guy is being brought up on charges for killing his 3 sons and shooting his wife. I've only been in and out on the trial and hearing some of it, man. I can't stomach to hear people talk about that kind of shit. Anything that involves the harming of women, children, innocent people, man, I can't do it. I can't focus on it. I can't get my attention to it because then that puts me in a negative headspace because I really can't stand these piece of shits. I cannot stand the fact that we breathe the same air. You know, regardless if you're all the way in Ohio and I'm all the way here in Kentucky, you know what I mean? By no stretch do I agree with the fact that you should breathe the same fucking air that I breathe. But just to keep, you know, everything rolling so I don't get caught up and digress and off track. Chad Dorman is accused of killing his 3 sons and shooting his wife. And from the way that I gathered the story is that him and his wife had gotten into it, I guess, because he had been premeditating to murder his 3 sons and daughter. And apparently he lined all 3 of these boys up in his backyard. And that's the shit, that's the part that kills me about this, man. You premeditated this, not you, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to talk to my viewers, but this piece of shit premeditated harming his own children for no reason whatsoever. You know, I don't get down with that, man. I don't get down with that. But he lined all 3 of his boys up in the backyard, shot 2 of them. 1 went to run to escape into the woods, grabbed this kid, kicking and screaming all the way back to his house, where he ended up smoking him too. Sadly ended up smoking him too. I guess the mother at some point was trying to stop him, knock the gun out of his hand, something like that, and he ended up shooting her. Now, the daughter in the situation had actually ended up, from my understanding, making it out and getting to like a neighbor's house or something like that and getting 911 emergency out there, getting the help that the family actually needed out there. And now this piece of shit is wasting taxpayers' money, wasting all of our time and energy keeping up with him like nobody should the Kardashians. And for what? For what? Because let me tell you about most of these cats that harm children. Do you know that a sex offender will see less time in lockup than a person who defended theirself and ruled in a manslaughter favor because they used a weapon? So literally, somebody could break into my house right now as I'm shooting this video and start smacking my wife up, attempting to rape her, and if I blow his brains out, that could result in a manslaughter conviction on me, to which I would receive more time than he would have received if I just let him do his thing and roll on out the door. Now, that's pretty shitty, but that's the United States American justice system. That's 2 more of the squawkers, by the way. I did do a short. That's my other 2 birds. Hopefully, I'll get to introduce them in here. Apparently, they want to be a part of the video. So that is Pebbles and that is Bam Bam. But back to the Chad makes me mad to even say his name. But back to this piece of shit. This cat had done this, and now he's sitting there and going to face a trial and all this, that, and the other, begging and pleading for protection, begging for that. And this is my 2 cents on my hopes, how I hope this goes, because it gets me giddy just thinking that this is the potentiality of what could happen to this guy. Because the thing a lot of y'all don't know is a lot of those guards and COs and staff members that run the facility, they have families as well. They have children as well. So it's not going to surprise me if, when all the cameras and the trial and all this flash is over with, if, you know, this scumbag ends up not getting the protection that he so righteously feels he deserves. You know what I mean? So my hopes is that there's going to be a CO, man. The powers that be willing, whatever supersedes whatever I am on this planetary scale, whatever is up there. Hopefully, this is my hopes. I hope he gets a date. I hope he gets a release date from prison. I hope that there's a CO in there that doesn't give a shit about him, does not give a single solitary idle fuck about him, and ends up making him walk a main line. To where I hope that he is tortured. I hope that he is jacked for his commissary. I hope that they just put him on the worst crash dummy torpedo missions that has ever been heard of in any facility, state, county, or United States prison. I hope that he gets the business in. I hope that he walks that main line all the way to the date and they get to his cell. Doorman, roll it up. Going home. And I hope somebody hokey pokeys the shit out of him and turns his ass around and makes him wind up in the graveyard of whatever facility that they put him in. Because if you harm women, if you harm children, if you are one of these scumbags out here that's on the registry somewhere, man, I have no love for you. I have no sympathy for you. And if you're one of them people and you're watching this video right now, look right here into my eyes. I'm telling you right now, you can straight get the fuck off my channel because you have no business here, Chomo. None whatsoever. I have no respect for individuals that create harm towards children. You have to think, all 3 of these children were under the age of 13 or 14 years old, I believe. Them babies ain't even got to start life yet. You know, and it chokes me up. It chokes me up thinking about this because I see a lot of good dudes out here that get robbed out of being fathers. You know, some by the hands of their own vice, some by the hands of the family court system, and some just because they have bitter ass baby mamas, man. And I've seen the same thing for the women too. I'm not trying to play the sexist card or the misogynistic card, but I've seen a lot of good people lose the opportunity to be parents to their own children for one unfortunate circumstance or another. You know what I mean? I myself am not active in my kids' lives, and I wish anything about that could be different. I wish that I would have been able to make the choices that I should have made instead of making the choices that I did make. But it's too late and it's too far now, just like for this piece of shit. And I hope he gets what's coming. I hope he gets no love coming in there. I hope he doesn't get a letter. I hope that he gets the worst of the fucking worst off of him wherever facility they send him to. Whatever facility that they send him to. You know, I don't have patience for that kind of thing. I don't have respect. And honestly, I've never had to been in a position to check somebody's paperwork or know who somebody is. But I'm just telling you, if you have that jacket, and all the ex-convicts watching this, you're going to know what I'm talking about. If you have that jacket on you to where hurting women or hurting kids or, you know, sticking your dick in a place where it doesn't belong or whipping your dick out in an area that it doesn't belong, then guess what, punk? I got no love for you. I have nothing for you. The only thing that I got for you is these right here. And you can see I'm not a big statured dude. You know what I mean? I'm a very small guy. But hey, man, Miss Queer, come on. I'll Joe Dirt your punk ass to death, white boy. oh my God, like this is the kind of shit that gets me tore up, you know, because like I said, there are a lot of people that are robbed out of the opportunity to be a damn good dad or a damn good mom, man. And then you got psychos like this breathing the same air as us. Then you know what I mean? It's got me stuttering. It's got me losing my marbles about this shit. You know, because how could you, man? How could you sit there and look at not just one, not just two, but 3 children that are yours? Those are your babies. And you sat back for months eating meals at the table with them, paying their bills, thinking about offing them. You a big man, ain't you? I hope you got access, Chad Dorman. I'll say your punk ass name one more time on this channel. I hope you have internet access. I hope you do have access to YouTube. I hope you do have access to TikTok. That way that you can see that people like me and the homie JD Delay over at 5150 and a bunch of others of us that's heard your story, that's seen your crimes, that sees what you're about to get hemmed up on, man. I hope you get to watch our channels. That way you can hear every bit of what we hope, the good fellas, the stand-up guys, hope happens to your ass. And you're gonna get it, bro. You're gonna get every bit of it. Even if this cat gets PC, they're still gonna fuck with his food. They're still gonna fuck with his laundry. And if you think that them cell doors can't crack after dark and a little static or administrative oversight, as the homie JD Delay says, yeah, buddy, it can happen. I was on a camp facility for 182 days at 16. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's more people that have time doing this number right here than I got in total. But I'm telling you real quick, even at a young age, I learned, yeah, be that guy. Be smart. Disrespect staff. Have bad paperwork or something like that. Dude, they'll crack your shit open. They'll crack your shit open after lights out, and that'll all that's heard of it. That'll be all that's said about it. They're not going to give a shit. They're not going to give a shit. So, that being said, because I really can't stand to talk on this situation, because, man, like, me and Freaky Mike over here at the Heathens Hangout, nobody over here at Heathens Hangout, we do not promote the harming of children, the harming of women, the harming of innocents, in any manner, regardless if it is neglect, child abuse, sexual assault, we don't give a shit. Tell them, Freaky Mike, we don't give a shit. Freaky Mike, you know, he got the code of silence. You know what I mean? I'm that voice in his mind that makes him go insane and shit. But we don't get down with cats like this. You know what I mean? So I hope you like the video that I've made today, man. I haven't really enjoyed making this. It's just something that me and a longtime buddy of mine was sitting there talking about, and just kind of figured that, you know, hey, I should put my 2 cents out there for it, because everybody already on these multimedia platforms has already shared their opinion. I've tried to stay away from these type of topics and situations, but I can't do it anymore. I can't sit here and just kick back and relax when there's piece of shits like this breathing air, and people might not even be informed. You know, so that being said, man, keep your kids close. Keep your enemies far the fuck away from you. Yeah, you can watch your enemy up close better than from afar. But you know what? Your enemies can hurt your kids, can hurt your family, can hurt your people when they're that much closer to you. You know what I mean? So keep your kids close. Give people their flowers while they're still alive, man. Tell the ones that you love them, you know? And for real, let's start making being a good dude gangster again. You know what I mean? Let's make being good fellas gangster again. Let's make the cool thing protecting these women, protecting these children, getting scum like this off of the streets. I know that there are people out here that are built for the 9 to 5 rather than the 25 to life. So understand that when it comes to protecting women and children, there are no rules. There are no rules. If you're not about picking up a strap and going over there and handling that business, more power to you. That is something that I would never put on nobody. It takes a hell of a mentality to live after you do something like that. You know what I mean? You know, how would I know? I wouldn't, you know, allegedly. But that being said, you know, let's make being a stand-up guy cool again. Let's make protecting women and children gangster again. You know what I mean? Damn all this red and blue and what hood you're from and what's up and all this bullshit, man, because ain't nothing about that gangster. What's gangster is protecting them women, protecting them kids, and being a man, paying your bills. And let's make that shit cool again. Not these cocksuckers like Chad Dorman. Not these sick sadistic people like, what was his name? The Manson, Charles Manson. You know what I mean? Them dudes ain't cool. Them dudes are punks. Them dudes are played out. So that being said, man, tell the ones that you love them. Me and Freaky Mike, we're out of here. We're going to go get a bistro. We might come back and hit another video up. But until then, for me, Freaky Mike, and everybody over here at Heathens Hangout, man, have a good day. And if you did enjoy this video, hit the like and subscribe or wherever all that is, man. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And if you didn't like it and you're one of the haters that want to leave them comments and everything, I'm cool with that too. You know, I'm a very literate person. I can read, and I love to read. So that being said, love y'all. Take it easy and make power moves in your shower shoes and keep them babies and women safe. I'm out.